Good evening, everyone. Let me know if I'm audible. Let me know if I am audible enough. You can hear me well. You can see me well. Let me know, everyone. Yes, people, all those people who can see me right now, can hear me right now. Please just let me know if there is no network issue. You can hear me well. Right, yeah, just let me know, guys, please. Sunu, good evening. Am I audible, Sunu? Just let me know. Yes, audible. Okay. So we'll just wait for 2 more minutes. Let maximum students join and we will start over. We'll start over with a task and we will understand the task in detail. We'll understand its organization and we will learn, right, how to apply grammar and work on it. So basically, we are going to work on sentence formation by reading out the task. All right, everyone. Yes. So, how many of you have exam next? Next upcoming exam takers are who all are the next exam takers? Sophie, hello, good evening, audible. All right. So then let's start. So then let's start. All right. Anybody, Sunu, when have you taken the exam date? Sophie, have you taken the exam date? Anybody who has taken the exam date, eagerly waiting to appear for the exam? Anybody? Nobody has taken the exam date. People, please respond. Without your response, it won't be that good to. Anyway, see, it is online end of the day. On top of that, if you do not respond, it would be too monotonous to take. So if you respond well, it would be easy for me to take the class. I would feel that yes, I'm not sitting in a inside a four-walled room. I am interacting with people. So the more you respond, the more I would be able to respond well. So please respond, people. So nobody has taken the exam date. July 8th. Okay, Sophie. Yours is July 8th. Ashwati. Good evening, Ashwati. Good evening. Alright, so slowly we will start our task. July 8th. Right, June is almost finished. You have one more week left, Sophie, right? So, Sophie, I guess you would have gone through all the exam live sessions that I've taken in FB and in Facebook. And if you have not gone through them, I would recommend you to watch all the videos one by one. I have taken around 5 to 6 exam live sessions, so that might give you a picture that how you have to read the task and analyze it, and how to organize it, and how to apply genuine and correct grammar in order to get a very good letter. So I would recommend you to go through all of them. Okay, so slowly we will start, people. So let's see how we do this task. Alright, people, my screen is visible, so let's start reading. Let's start reading the task. The writing task is visible to each one of you. Can you see the writing task, everyone? Right, so let's read it together. Using the information given in the case note, write a referral letter. So it's a referral letter, right? It's a referral letter to Miss Leila Watt, who is a community nurse at Ashton Health Center. So you are going to write a referral letter to Miss Leila Ward. Miss Leila Ward is a community nurse at Ashton Health Center, Somerville, outlining patient's current condition and needs for ongoing care. So we are going to outline patient's current condition and needs for ongoing care. So they haven't given much in detail. They have just given you, you just superficial data that it's a referral letter to a person called Miss Leila Ward, who is a community nurse. And why are you writing the letter? We need to figure it out. So you are a registered nurse in the hospital ward where Mrs. Charlotte Price has been staying. Present perfect continuous tense, right? So your designation is you are a registered nurse in the hospital, and this patient called Mrs. Charlotte Price has been staying in this facility, and now she is ready to be discharged with home visits from a community nurse. So somewhere you would have got the title of the introduction that she is going to be discharged with home visits from a community nurse. Name of the patient is Mrs. Charlotte Price. She is 86 years old. She was admitted on 2 December 2018, and 4 December 2018 is her discharge date. Right, and diagnosis is mild concussion following a fall at home. So she had a fall at home, due to which she had mild concussion. Also, she had infected right toe, which was discovered during hospital stay. So from this data, what we have understood is name of the patient is Charlotte Price. She is 86 years old. She was admitted in the facility on 2 December 2018 and is being discharged on 4 December 2018, and the reason behind her admission was she had a fall at home, and due to which she had mild concussion. And while she was hospitalized in our facility, her infected right toe was discovered during hospital stay. Let's move on. As per her social background, she lives alone. She is reluctant to receive visitors. She has 2 children. Both are medical doctors. One lives overseas. She has a dog, and it is the neighbor who walks it occasionally. Her husband died due to lung cancer 14 years ago. She lives in a 3-bedroom house which is owned by her daughter. She is reluctant to visit her general practitioner. She is at the risk of falls. She walks with a walking stick. She has scoliosis. She has an infected toe. Let's read further. So as per her medical history, she has severely infected right toe, approximately 9/18, as result of untreated ingrown toenail. So people, whenever you come across such a random date, 9/18 is such a random figure, you have no clue to understand what this figure could be. So the best way to come closer to this figure, to understand what this figure could be, is to compare it with the other figures which are given in your task. So we know that the other figures of this task are admission date and discharge date. You can see 2 December 2018. So December 2018 and 4 December 2018 is the discharge date, right? 2 December 2018 is the admission date and 4 December 2018 is the discharge date. So 2018 is the year. So December is probably 12th month of 2018. So we can say that here 9/18, 18 is the year and 9th would be the month, and 9th month of the year is September. You all know that, right? So this is how we came to the connection. So whenever you come across a random figure, you have to compare it with the figure which is given in the task. So when we compared this figure with the task, we understood that it is 18 represents year. If 18 represents year, certainly 9th would be the month. Okay, so medical history: severely infected right toe since approximately 9/18, that is since September 2018, and that was as a result of untreated ingrown toenail. Conjunctivitis, she had 3 times. She had recurrent episodes of conjunctivitis, that is on 2/2/2018, 18/3/2018, 8/8/2018, and gastroenteritis on 13/4/2018, and both are possibly associated with poor hygiene. Her skin cancerous mole was removed in the year 2000. As per the medication, she takes Ramipril 10 mg for hypertension for 25 years. She takes ibuprofen as required for scoliosis and amoxicillin 500 mg 3 times daily for 2 weeks for toe infection. So you can understand that Ramipril and ibuprofen, she is already taking these medication. We haven't prescribed this medication. However, amoxicillin 500 mg 3 times daily for 2 weeks, this is the only medication that we have prescribed for her current condition. So people, clear up till there? Do you follow me up till there? Have you understood? Good evening, dear GP. Good evening. How are you doing? Yes, people, are you there with me till then? Do you understand? Have you understood up till here? Have you understood up till here? Any confusion? Any confusion? Good evening, sir. Good evening. How are you doing, Anu, sir? Long time. Yes, people, have you understood? Clear? Okay, let's read further. Chalo, let's read further. So, what happened? So, amoxicillin is the only drug which has been prescribed for her for the current condition. So, as per the nursing management and progress for concussion test, she underwent a series of concussion tests. That is, initial questioning was satisfactory, finger nose finger test was satisfactory, CT scan was satisfactory. So, see, this is the investigation which was done for her current condition. That is, she had mild concussion due to the fall at home, right? Then what happened? She was provided 48 hours precautionary admission, monitoring and rest, and now she is ready to be discharged home. Her right toe was cleansed, her right toe was dressed and antibiotics prescribed. As per the discharge plan, she needs home visits by community nurse twice a week. So people, that's the title. That means this is what she requires. She requires home visit. You're writing this letter to refer this patient because this patient requires home visit, or you're writing to request home visits for this patient. Any way would do. Either of these ways are correct, people. Okay. So she requires home visits by community nurse twice a week. We want the reader, that is community nurse, to provide assistance in ADLS, that is insuring and dressing. So ADLS, you all know, is an accepted terminology, people. Capital A, capital D, capital L, small s is an accepted terminology. You can use it in your letter writing. Okay. We want the reader to provide advice, right? So I've put a slash there for you to understand, but majority of you know this because now nobody gets confused between ADVI CE and ADVI SE. This is what my belief is, right? So you want the reader to provide advice, you want the reader to provide instruction. So it should be ADVICE, right? So you want the reader to provide advice regarding hand and food hygiene. We want the reader to oversee the treatment of right toe, that is to cleanse it, change dressing twice a week and encourage adequate rest. You want the reader to monitor medication compliance, that is amoxicillin and ramipril. So what do you mean by compliance, people? What is compliance? What is compliance? What is compliance? See, this is a very common term that I have been using in all the, in majority of the YouTube and FB live sessions. So you should be, you should have been acquainted with this word. So what is compliance? Compliance is adherence, people. Okay, the ability to adhere, the ability to follow, the ability to obey, the ability to get along with all the things that has been prescribed. For example, if I ask you to write 4 letters in a week, and if you are unable to write 4 letters in a week, or you do not write letters, or you write 2 letters, or you write 3 letters, or you do not write letters, you are non-compliant, right? Because you are not following the rules that I have asked you to follow. Instead, you write 4 letters in a week, right? Exactly, you're following the same pattern, right? Every week you are writing 4 letters in a week, you are sending 4 letters, your 4 letters are getting corrected. That means you're compliant, you're following it, you're obeying it. So same here, you want the reader to monitor medication compliance. So why do we want the reader to monitor medication compliance? Maybe because she would have been non-compliant. Maybe she does not follow. Maybe she does not adhere the medication. Maybe she does not take the medication with proper dose and frequency. And so you want the reader to monitor the medication compliance. Do you understand the meaning of compliance, people? Yeah, adherence, right? Okay, so that is why, so if you just read the writing task once again, so that's the reason you are writing the letter to Miss Leila Ward, who is a community nurse at Ashton Hill Center, because you are going to refer this patient, because you want the reader to provide home visits for this patient. And why do you want the reader to provide home visits for the patient? You want the reader to provide home visits for this patient because this patient has a mild concussion, or because the patient has infected right toe, or because the patient had recurrent episodes of conjunctivitis, or the patient walks with a stick. What is the reason of writing this letter, people? What is the reason? Yes, people, what is the reason? What is the requirement? Requirement is home visit, but why home visit is required? Why home visit is required, dear people? Yes, people. Why do you want the reader to provide home visit? What is the what is the current condition of the patient? Can we stick only to mild concussion? Can we stick only to infected right toe? Can we stick only to conjunctivitis and gastroenteritis? Can you stick to any one particular condition? We cannot. That means it is multiple health issues, right, people? That means the patient has multiple health issues. Don't you agree on that note? People, please respond. Without your response, it would be too dragging to continue. People, please respond. Please respond. People, am I audible? Is there any network issue due to which you're not answering me? Yes, understood. So, we are requesting or we are referring this patient because the patient requires home visit and the reason is multiple health issues. Yes, people. So, from where are you supposed to start the organization, people? Yeah, multiple health issues. Exactly. So, from where are you supposed to start the organization? Is there any past medical background due to which the patient has this condition now? Is there any past medical background due to which the patient has this current condition? Is there any past medical background due to which the patient has this condition, people? Yes, people. Is there any past medical background due to which the patient has this condition? Yes. What is that condition? What is that condition? What, which past medical background is influencing the current condition, people? Which past medical background is influencing the current condition, everyone? Just let me know. People, there is no past medical background. There is no past medical background due to which the patient has this current condition, right? So you are supposed to start from which date? You are supposed to start from the admission date, right? She had a fall at home, people. That was so very natural. She had a fall at home due to which she had mild concussion, right? She had a fall at home due to which she had mild concussion. While she was hospitalized, her infected right toe was discovered during hospitalization. Yes or no, people? So there is no past medical background due to which there is any present condition. Exactly. So you cannot start from past medical background. So what is bottom line, people? Bottom line of this task is, see, first of all those who are preparing for the first time, who are going to appear for the exam for the first time, people, you cannot compare one case note. You cannot, if you believe that yes, organization of some task is like this, then the same organization would be applicable for another task. No. First, you need to check out whether the past medical background has anything to do with the present condition, right? But there is no such condition mentioned in the task due to which she had a fall. She just had a fall. Due to fall, she has many medical conditions, out of which one condition was discovered during hospitalization, for which you have provided the management as well. Understood, everyone? So, people, this is a known case or an unknown case, everyone. This is a known case or an unknown case. This is a known case or an unknown case. Purely it's an unknown case, right? See, people, which word gives you the clue that this is a known case? There should be some clue provided in the task that the reader has provided management to the patient before, or the patient visited the reader before and the reader has provided any kind of management before. Or somewhere in the writing task it should be written, write a letter to patient's GP. Right. Since no such words are given, you cannot conclude this letter to be a known case. Understood, everyone? Since no such clue is given, you cannot consider this case to be a known case. Is it clear to each one of you? Have you understood? Yeah, it's an unknown case. Is it an urgent case, people? Is it an urgent case? Is there any word which shows that the patient requires urgent assessment and management, or the patient requires urgent home visit? Is there any word that gives you the clue that this is an urgent case? Any word, any sentence that says that this is an urgent case? No. Right, people? So it's neither an urgent case, nor it's an unknown case. It's not a transfer letter. Alright everyone, so let's start. So we know that the requirement is home visit, and the reason behind home visit is multiple health issues. She has mild concussion, infected right toe, conjunctivitis, gastroenteritis. See, conjunctivitis and gastroenteritis would have been irrelevant until the discharge plan. Right? As per the discharge plan, we want the reader to provide advice regarding hand and food hygiene. So she needs advice regarding hand and food hygiene because she had recurrent episodes of conjunctivitis and gastroenteritis. So because of this point under discharge plan, the point regarding conjunctivitis and gastroenteritis becomes relevant now. Otherwise, if this point wouldn't have been there in the discharge plan, conjunctivitis and gastroenteritis would have been irrelevant. Do you understand what I said just now? Right? Gastroenteritis and conjunctivitis irrelevant ayirunene. Discharge plan provide advice regarding hand and food hygiene in the point illayirunengil. E point ullatukondu matramana the point regarding conjunctivitis and gastroenteritis becomes relevant. Clear everyone? Is it clear each one of you? Right? So now let's talk about the date, address, salutation and RE. Here in this case note, you are provided discharge date. So either you are provided discharge date or you are provided today's date, right? Or you are provided last visit. So in case we have discharge date. Discharge date would be considered as the date of the letter, right? So discharge date would be considered as the date of the letter. That is 04/12/2008 will be the date of the letter. You can either write in slash format or you can write in word format. Provided, so Miss Leila Ward, first line. Community nurse, second line. Designation was provided. If name of the reader was not provided, reader പേര് തന്നിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നില്ലെങ്കിൽ, you would have added article the in front of designation. Okay. So Miss Leila Ward, first line. Community nurse, second line. Ashton Health Center, third line. Somaville, fourth line. Leave a line. Salutation, you are provided the name of the reader. So in salutation, you will use the second name to address the reader, right, in the salutation. So dear Miss Ward, comma, leave a line, RE, full colon, Mrs. Charlotte Price, patient പേരിന്റെ കൂടെയുള്ള title correctly task provide ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. The task has clearly provided you the title of the patient, so don't mess with that. Okay, so RE, full colon, Mrs. Charlotte Price, comma, aged 86. You can write like this, or you can write RE, full colon, Mrs. Charlotte Price, comma, 86 years old. Or you can write RE, full colon, Mrs. Charlotte Price, comma, 86 years. All three ways are correct, people. So date, address, salutation and RE is clear to each one of you, everyone. Date, address, salutation and RE is clear to each one of you. Date, address, salutation and RE യുടെ കാര്യത്തിൽ എന്തെങ്കിലും confusion ഉണ്ടോ? ഇല്ലല്ലോ. Okay, I hope it's clear to everyone. Okay, chalo. So let's proceed then. നമുക്ക് നമ്മുടെ introduction-ലോട്ട് പോവാം. So you can see I have provided you 3 ways of introduction. മൂന്നും ഓരോരോ രീതിയിൽ എഴുതാൻ പറ്റുന്ന introduction ആണ്, and you should always learn alternatives. Okay, an OET aspirant should always know alternatives. Okay, an OET aspirant should always know alternatives of writing the letter. So first one, I am writing to refer Mrs. Charlotte Price who requires home visits owing to multiple health issues. Right? You can say I am writing to refer Mrs. Charlotte Price who requires home visits owing to multiple health issues. Or you can say I am writing to request home visits for Mrs. Charlotte Price who requires ongoing care owing to multiple health issues. You can say like this. Or this letter is being written to refer Mrs. Charlotte Price, or this letter is being written to request home visits for Mrs. Charlotte Price, who requires ongoing care owing to multiple health issues. People, all the three ways are correct. Yes or no? All the three ways are correct, people. Don't you agree? Multiple ailments vedam, right? All the three ways, are they not correct? Yes, okay, let's proceed. So now let's start with the first body paragraph. Mrs. Price was admitted. Why? Because admission date in compared to discharge date is past tense, right? Admission date in respect to discharge date is written in past tense, so it should be mentioned in passive voice, because admission is always done by somebody else. Okay, admission is always done by somebody else, so admission should be written in simple past passive voice. So Mrs. Price was admitted. In front of specific dates, people, we always use preposition on. So Mrs. Price was admitted on 02/12/2018 with the mild concussion, right? Mrs. Price was admitted on 02/12/2018 with mild concussion following a fall at home. Mrs. Price 2/12/2018 ला admit చేయిపికే పెట్టు admit कराई गई with mild concussion following a fall at home. Her investigation or investigations, people, in the task, we know that she did not undergo one investigation. She underwent multiple investigations, right? So her investigations, yes, people, yes or no? Her investigations was satisfactory, were satisfactory. Her investigations was satisfactory, were satisfactory, because the subject is plural, right? Yes, because the subject is plural, right? Her investigations were satisfactory, right? Were satisfactory dash advice for 48 hours precautionary admission. So if her investigations were satisfactory, why was she advised precautionary 48 hours precautionary admission? If her investigations were satisfactory, why was she advised? That means here you need to use contradictory connector, right? If her investigations were satisfactory, why will you use contradictory connector? You have to use contradictory connector. That is, her investigations were satisfactory, semicolon, however, comma, she was advised for 48 hours precautionary admission. Yes, people, have you understood? Is that clear? Is that clear? Right. Semicolon, however, comma. Just a second, people. Just a second. Yes, people, can you see me? Am I audible? Am I visible? Just let me know. Audible? Yes. Okay. So I was saying that here you need to use contradictory connector. Why? Because if her investigations were satisfactory, why would she be advised for 48 hours precautionary admission, right? If the investigations were satisfactory, she shouldn't be advised, right? That means you have to use here a contradictory connector, right? So we can use however, because although is also correct connector, comma but is also correct connector. However, I have given you the blank in center. If it was a starter, I could have used although her investigations were satisfactory, but I have given you the blank in center. So now you have to choose between two connectors. You cannot use although now. Okay, so her investigations were satisfactory. Semicolon, however, comma, she was advised by somebody else, right? She was advised by somebody else. She was advised for 48 hours precautionary admission, comma, monitoring and rest. Full stop. Dash an infected right toe as a result of untreated ingrown toenail. Now you are adding something extra on top of what you have already said, right? Now you want to say something additional on top of what you have already stated. So what is that word that you use in order to add on something extra to what you have already said? You use in addition or additionally, right? I can either use in addition or I can say in additionally, right? Either way, both ways are right. You use any one. So in addition, comma, an infected right toe as a result of untreated ingrown toenail was discovered, because it is already discovered, right? In addition or additionally, comma, an infected right toe as a result of untreated ingrown toenail was discovered. She dash commenced dash amoxicillin 500 mg 3 times a day dash 2 weeks. Yes, people, come on, you will answer me this question. She dash commenced dash amoxicillin, has been commenced or was commenced. Yes, people. She has been, certainly. And what is the reason? What is the reason? Because this has been prescribed for 2 weeks. ये 2 हफ्ते के लिए prescribe कराया गया है, right? This has been prescribed for 2 weeks. Right, exactly. That means the condition which was, the medication which was prescribed has been prescribed for the current condition, and it will continue for 2 weeks, right? That is why has been, right? So she has been commenced, and after commence we always use preposition on, people, right? After commence we always use preposition on. So she has been commenced on amoxicillin, 500 mg 3 times a day for 2 weeks, because with duration of time we always use preposition for. Okay, so she has been commenced on amoxicillin, 500 mg 3 times a day for 2 weeks. Full stop. She dash discharged today. She dash discharged today. She is being discharged today. Present continuous passive voice. Right, people? Present continuous passive voice. Yes or no? Have you understood that body paragraph, everyone? Clear, everyone? Clear to each one of you? Any confusion? Clear, everyone? Alright, people. So let's read further. Let's move on to the next body paragraph. Let's move on to the next body paragraph, everyone. So Mrs. Price dash hypertension dash 25 years. So we all know that hypertension is a lifestyle disease. If time wasn't provided, we could have simply written it in simple present. However, here time indication is given, right? The condition that was diagnosed 25 years before has been continued up till now, right? The condition that was diagnosed 25 years before has been continued up till now. So in which tense, or how will you expand, or what are the various ways of expanding the sentence? The statement can be expanded in 2 ways, people. One is Mrs. Price has been diagnosed with hypertension for 25 years, or Mrs. Price has had hypertension for 25 years. Either of these ways are correct, people. Okay, so Mrs. Price has been diagnosed with hypertension for 25 years, or Mrs. Price has had hypertension for 25 years, जिसके लिए comma for which she is on Ramipral, 10 mg, जिसके लिए वो Ramipral 10 mg पर है. അതിനു വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് patient Ramipral 10 mg ലാണ്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ 10 mg എടുത്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നു. She takes Ramipral 10 mg. Clear, everyone? She has a urinary incontinence. comma, scoliosis, and walks with a stick, right? She has, and all these statements, all the statements that are written over here will be written in simple present tense, right? She has urinary incontinence, comma, scoliosis, and walks with a stick, right? Full stop, dash, comma, she dash gastroenteritis and recurrent episodes of conjunctivitis probably associated. You will tell me the answer for this blank. You will tell me the answer for this blank. Yes. Can't we use additionally, people? We have already used in addition. Can't we use in addition here? Can't we use in addition here, everyone? Yes, we can use in additionally because we have already used in addition, right? So we can say in addition. Where is it? Yeah. In addition, she had gastroenteritis. Can I say she has gastroenteritis? No. She had gastroenteritis and recurrent episodes of conjunctivitis probably associated with the poor hygiene, right? Right? How did I expand? Mrs. Price has had hypertension for 25 years, comma, for which she is on Ramipril, comma, 10 mg. I can even say Mrs. Price has had hypertension for 25 years, comma, for which she takes Ramipril, right? She has urinary incontinence, comma, scoliosis and walks with a stick. Additionally, comma, she had gastroenteritis and recurrent episodes of conjunctivitis, probably associated with poor hygiene. और इसलिए adina vendita semicolon therefore comma provide her advice, provide her instruction. Please people, do not disappoint me by saying ADVISE. It is ADVICE. Okay, semicolon therefore comma provide her advice, ADVICE. Okay, semicolon therefore comma provide her advice regarding personal hygiene, because I need instruction here. We cannot use the word instruct here, right? So semicolon therefore comma provide her advice regarding personal hygiene. Socially, comma, she dash a widow, she is a widow, and dash alone and lives alone, right? Simple present tense. I have told you numerous times that social backgrounds are basically represented in simple present tense because they express the basic facts about the patient, right? So socially she is a widow and lives alone. She dash reluctant to receive visitors, she is reluctant to receive visitors, right? She is reluctant to receive visitors. She dash 40 cigarettes per day, something that happens every day, is represented in simple present tense. So she smokes, because if the subject is singular, verb is singular, we add s to the verb. I have taken this topic numerous times. Subject verb agreement. When subject is singular, verb is singular, add s to the verb. She smokes 40 cigarettes per day and occasionally drinks. Okay, you have to add s with smoke, you have to add s with drink as well. Have you understood that body paragraph, everyone? Were you all able to answer all my questions? Were you able to answer along with me? Huh? Were you all able to answer all the questions along with me? Or am I the only person who is participating in all my questions? You all are participating keenly and I believe that you are all able to answer all the questions correctly. If not, at least you're able to understand why they are not the right answers, right? Okay. Chalo, let's move on to the recommendation paragraph, everyone. There are various ways through which you can start your recommendation paragraph. What is wrong here? Okay, so there are various ways you can start your recommendation paragraph. One is given the above, comma, it would be appreciated, right? Another one is in light of the above, comma, it would be appreciated, or in view of the above, comma, it would be appreciated. All are right ways, people, or you can even start it as it would be appreciated. Even that is a correct way. right? So given the above comma, it would be appreciated. In view of the above comma, it would be appreciated. In light of the above comma, it would be appreciated. Straight away starting as, it would be appreciated. Ellam correct aanu, sare ke sare correct hai. So it would be appreciated if you could conduct home visits twice a week for Mrs. Price. Mrs. Price के लिए अगर आप home visits conduct करते हैं तो Mrs. Price ने वेंडीटर. Please dash dressing, comma, assistance in ADLS. Still many students have confusion that whether we can use ADLS in our letter writing. People, ADLS is an accepted terminology. Capital A, capital D, capital L, small s. Activities of daily living is an accepted terminology. You can absolutely use it in your letter without any second thought. ठीक है, ये accepted terminology है. Please provide dressing, comma, assistance in ADLS and encourage her to take adequate rest. Kindly dash medications, especially antibiotic and Ramipril. Kindly monitor. You can simply copy that word from the task, people. Kindly monitor medications, comma, especially antibiotic and Ramipril. Dash concerns regarding compliance. Yes, people. Come on, answer me that blank. Kindly monitor medications, especially antibiotic and Ramipril. Right. Dash concerns, due to concerns regarding noun, due to concerns regarding compliance, due to concerns regarding compliance, or due to concerns regarding adherence, right? Or due to concerns regarding adherence. Right? After that, you would leave a line. After leaving a line, you will write the conclusion. You will write the conclusion as, if you have any queries, comma, please do not hesitate to contact me. Right? If you have any queries, comma, please do not hesitate to contact me. Full stop. Leave a line. Yours sincerely or yours faithfully. Yours sincerely or yours faithfully. Yours sincerely. When do you write yours sincerely? When do you write yours faithfully? You write yours sincerely when the name of the reader is provided. You write yours faithfully when the name of the reader is not provided. Okay? You write sincerely when the name of the reader is provided. You write faithfully when the name of the reader is not provided. Yours sincerely or yours faithfully. How is it written? People, do not put any kind of apostrophe while you write yours. Y-O-U-R-S. There is no apostrophe, dear people. कोई apostrophe नहीं है, ठीक है? So capital Y, small s for yours sincerely, capital Y, small f for yours faithfully. Okay, so yours sincerely in this task, people, because you have the name of the reader, so you will use yours sincerely, comma, leave a line. Why leave a line? Because name of the registered nurse is not given in the task, right? Name of the registered nurse is not given. If the name of the nurse was given, we wouldn't have been leaving the line. We would be writing the name of the nurse, and beneath it you would be writing registered nurse. Is it clear, everyone? Have you understood? Is it clear, all of you? Was the writing task clear? Explanation clear? Organization clear? Grammar clear? Everything, date, address, salutation and RE was clear to each one of you? Let me know. Do I have students from offline? Do I have offline B-Ghud students? Please let me know. Is there any offline B-Ghud student who is attending my YouTube session right now? Just say yes in the chat box, or just say offline student. Any offline B-Ghud student who is attending the session right now? Offline, not online. Offline student who is attending the session right now. Offline student, people. Any offline B-Ghud student who is attending the session right now? Okay, all right, people. Yes, so I hope the task and explanation was clear. So your homework is to go through the task once again and write this letter, taking the time of 25 minutes, because already the answer is uploaded. You all have written this letter with me. So please write this letter in 25 minutes. Set the time for 25 minutes and try to write this letter within 25 minutes, people. So that's what your homework is. I hope you will do this. Huh? Right, people? So catch you at 9 p.m. for the writing Zoom session, everyone. Catch you at 9 p.m. Bye-bye. Thank you. everyone. All right, everyone. So that is all for today. Bye bye, Sophie. Bye bye. Bye bye. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.